a different video today, and my son is almost off work, and he requested that I make this dish for him. So I wasn't planning on doing this at all, but he sent this little recipe to me at work, and he had some chicken breasts in the refrigerator and asked if I would do this for him. So I did, and here it is. So hopefully when he comes home in a few minutes, I can let him do a taste test in front of you. Let's hope. Okay, my son is going to be getting off work at 7 o'clock p.m. and he wants me to cook these chicken breasts, for him, and he sent me a YouTube video how to do it. And so, of course, we have to pat the chicken dry and keep it separate. So I have it on a different cutting board with parchment paper and then paper towel under that and gloves. So I'm going to follow his instructions via the YouTube channel. So I'm going to do this as best as I can. They slice it all the way down. And they actually, when they show the recipe, it's actually 3 chicken breasts just like I'm using. So this is how they do it. They go all the way down, crisscross both directions to all 3 of these. Now my son is on a carnivore diet like I've mentioned in previous videos. He did go cheat a little for the holidays, which is fine. That's understandable. But I couldn't stick to it. It was just way too difficult for me. I'm a lot older. I have to have fruit and vegetables, and I tried. I didn't make it very long. I have to admit that I did, but he's doing really well on it. And so this recipe has soy sauce. It has vinegar, apple cider vinegar, and it has either honey or maple syrup. And so I can't, and it's also breaded in flour. So he doesn't want me to bread it in flour because he can't have carbs. And there's not going to be any honey, and there's not going to be any maple syrup. So what I'm going to do after I cut these, this is exactly how it's shown to do. I'm going to put salt and pepper, and then I'm going to sear these. Whoops, I went the wrong direction. I'm going to sear these about 3 to 5 minutes on each side. And then we're going to, after they're seared, we're going to add either fresh garlic, or I'm going to use minced. And we're going to cook that in there, and then we're going to add the soy sauce and vinegar, apple cider vinegar. And we are going to salt and pepper both sides here. So the only thing that we're not breading this, and we are not going to add the maple syrup or honey. So now what we got to do is salt this generously. I think he would be proud of me if he saw me doing this, just how it shows. So we're going to salt and pepper both sides. And I'm only going to use this salt, even though I'm not really touching the chicken. I haven't touched the chicken. Yeah, I have. So I'm not going to use this salt I'm going to throw it out when I'm done. We do not want to cross-contaminate. Okay, so I will take you over to the stove after I wash my gloves. Okay, I'm heating up the skillet. None of these ingredients have amounts. So there's apple cider vinegar and soy sauce in here. There's minced garlic, olive oil, and some butter. So first I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil, and mainly that's so nothing burns. And then I'm going to add some butter. Going to kind of mix everything together. Might add a little more butter. So as soon as this melts down, I'm going to add the 3 chicken breasts. So I'm going to start with putting this side down. And this will fit exactly 3 in here. So I'm going to cook these about 3 to 5 minutes on each side because they are very thick. And you want to cook this like on a medium. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. I'm going to turn each one over. They look really good, so I'm going to set the timer for 5 more minutes. Okay, it's thoroughly cooked. We're going to add a little more butter, kind of in the center. And then as soon as that melts down, we're going to add the garlic and let that kind of, well, I can do it right now, kind of get incorporated and infused with everything. And we won't burn it. We're just going to let it cook for just about maybe 60 seconds at the most. So you want to kind of let that get in here. Okay, now I'm going to add a little more olive oil. We don't want the garlic to burn, but we want it to get in there and infused. Okay, so now I'm going to add in the apple cider vinegar and the soy sauce right in the middle. I'm going to turn it up a little. Now normally maple syrup or honey would go in here, but my son is not eating any sugar, and it doesn't have flour on the chicken either, but normally it would be breaded. So we're going to cook this down, and then we're going to put a lot of the sauce over the chicken. Now you want to put this juice in these little crevices. So as you notice, the sauce thickens up the longer it's on. And all that sauce is to go inside those cuts, and that's what absorbs all the flavor. So I can't wait for my son to try this. I hope he likes it. When you're cooking chicken, you must have an internal temperature of 165, and we have about 167, so it is completely cooked. Okay, here he is.
Hi, how's it going? My mother fortunately made me dinner tonight, and I'm just going to base this a little bit on the chicken before I even go in. I probably should just try it as is, but we had to accommodate a little bit because of my diet. I'm not having any grains or anything like that, so having flour to make an emulsified sauce is not really an option here. But it looks moist, which is obviously great. And this is this technique for me is really cool because you get more surface area. I think half the battle with the plate when you go to eat something is appearance, and it looks gorgeous.
Awesome.
And the chicken breast, obviously, is keeping it moist, and this is perfect.
Oh, good. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah.
So, it was a success then?